Good morning, everybody. Today I just want to show this brand new 2023 GMC 2500 AT4. It's got the Duramax diesel in it. Kind of just wanted to show how quiet this thing is. And if you listen to this motor, it's extremely quiet. I mean, I know all the modern diesels are super quiet, but you know, it's amazing from 20 years ago where now I could just stand here and have a conversation with you. If you look down there, it's got like super heavy duty pulleys, heavy duty water pump, big old mechanically driven fan, you know, and then you can see the turbocharger is under there, you know, the EGR system, the intake, and then this truck has the new modern GM intake where it has the actual like cold air with like the ram air scoop and stuff, and it goes right here into the intake. There's the huge EGR assembly. There's the turbo down there, but it's pretty cool. I think it's a good looking truck overall. Purely my opinion. And there's the intake where the air goes in. GMC. Walk over these rocks here. So let me shut this door. So it's a pretty large truck. The only thing I've added so far is I've put the back flip tonneau cover on it, and then the little fill-ins for the bed where the step is, or I'm sorry, where you can place like a stake or your hand if you're utilizing the bumper step. And this truck definitely is a good candidate for amp steps, just because of how tall it is and how high it is off the ground. It's just tall enough that it makes it awkward for people that are let's say less than, realistically, if you're less than 5'10", this truck is a little bit hard to get into. You know, even some of my buddies that are over 6 feet tall, they're like, man, you got to put steps on this thing. But, you know, luckily they haven't really been in this that much because this truck only has 288 miles on it. So, it's still, you know, in the break-in stage. I'm about to go to the gas station and put some diesel in it for the first time, top it off, continue breaking this motor in. But overall, it's a pretty nice truck. The interior is pretty nice, AT4 in the headrest. I actually had a 2021 half-ton High Country, and I enjoy that truck. But, you know, the difference was, at the time, I thought I needed a half-ton, or that it would be more usable, right? I didn't think that I would utilize the capabilities of 2500, and that's somewhat true to this day. I don't necessarily need a 2500. However, I do have a double axle trailer that I tow my side-by-side with. I've been using my Ram TRX, but you know, this is one of those kind of like in-between trucks where, you know, if I wanted an enclosed trailer for my other cars, like my Subaru STI over there, if I was to turn that into like a total track car and strip it and just make it, you know, track car status, or like, you know, towing my Corvette or something like that, you know, then it makes sense to have a 2500. But in general, I've always really liked diesels, and I think, you know, compression ignition is just cool technology, so that's why I have this truck, and I'm fortunate enough that I can do that. But overall, I mean, you know, I think this truck's pretty nice. This truck doesn't have the tech package where it has the camera in the mirror. My High Country didn't have it either. My Ram does have the Mopar version of it, but ultimately, you know, it's one of those things. I'm more used to looking in my peripheral vision and seeing a regular mirror. I'm somebody that prefers that. I'm not super crazy on, like, you know, technology, like some people are, and I don't really think that it makes a huge difference. This truck does have like the surround view, so if you put it in reverse, you can see it has all these different modes. You know, touch it and it changes the camera view if you want. You know, that gives you that surround view. You know, see how close to the fence I am, stuff like that, how close to the street I am. You know, it's really cool technology. You know, granted, this truck does not have the same quality, I guess, of screen that the Ram does, but for what it is, I think it's a pretty good engineered system. You know, and it's purely opinion, and it's purely what people want, right? Like, is it necessary to have a huge screen that comes from the top of the dash down to the bottom like the Ram does? I mean, honestly, it's personal preference, right? Like, do you want a column shift, or do you want, you know, some sort of shifter here where the wireless charger is, right? Purely up to the person that's buying the vehicle. For me, it doesn't necessarily matter. I think that old school is cool. Column shift, regular mirror, and a, you know, regular size infotainment is cool with me, right? Analog gauges, I think it looks fine. I mean, this is a pickup truck. Like, you know, this isn't a supercar, so, you know, let it do what it's good at, right? Anywho, just a quick walk around, but yeah, that's my new AT4 HD. I look forward to doing a couple more things to it and enjoying it. I don't know. Comment and see. Do you think I should do wheels and tires? You know, maybe a little forged carbon wrap on certain parts. You know, comment. Let me know. I'll do things. All right. Happy. What is it? Saturday. Happy Saturday.